Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, welcome to this post-match press conference of the game Japan versus Senegal, game number 32. We have with us man of the match, Sadio Mané. He will be available for 5 minutes for 2-3 questions. Then after we'll have the head coach of Senegal, Aliou Cisse. So you have microphones in the room. Just as a reminder, the translation channels are 1 for English, 2 for Russians, 3 for Japanese, and 4 for French. So just raise your hand and direct your question to Sadio.
I'm Otani. I'm a freelancer. I am going to be asking the question in Japanese. It's a huge stage, and it was the first goal for you. Can you probably look back on your goal, please?
Je pense que vous l'avez tous vu.
I think that you all saw it. You all saw the goal.
Latéral et du coup j'ai suivi le ballon.
I got a cross from my winger. I followed the ball and it touched my foot and the ball went into the net. It was just really the foot on the ball. And then you equalized on your side.
Sadio, après ce match nul face au Japon,
Sadio,
2-2,
after this
vous
draw
aviez
against Japan, this 2-2 draw, you were about to touch with your fingers the qualifications to the quarterfinals. So don't you feel that you have missed something? Well, frankly speaking, I think we are a bit disappointed, and that's normal because there was a way to win this match. And I think that we started the game well. We scored, then they equalized. In the second half time, same thing. I think that we started well. We created a lot of opportunities. We were quite dangerous for them, but at the end we scored, and then same thing, they equalized. So we now have a decisive match to qualify next week. We are going to try to prepare really well in order to qualify, because that's the only thing that is left for us to do.
Peter Stebbings from the news agency AFP, obviously asking in English. Sadio, disappointing to be ahead twice and concede. Perhaps from a neutral point of view, a draw was perhaps a fair result. What did you think? Thank you.
Honnêtement, on a tous été déçus.
Honestly,
honnêtement,
we are all disappointed, honestly. Because, of course, there was a way for us to win the match, and we didn't do it, so that's quite normal to be disappointed. But we can't underestimate either the Japanese team, who played very well. They managed to create quite a lot of opportunities, and they scored twice. And now we have to admit it. We sharing a point, it's important to have that point, and as I said just now, we have a decisive game coming up. We'll have to say yes, and we're going to try to manage this and extract the positive points in order to qualify for the last 16.
Thank you, Sadio, and good luck for the rest of the tournament. We'll follow with the press conference of the coach of Senegal in a few minutes.
Merci. Merci.
Thank you.
let us welcome now the head coach of Senegal, Aliou Cisse, for this post-match press conference. We'll start here in the middle.
Bonsoir Aliou.
Bonsoir.
Bon, mes
Good
félicitations
evening,
également
Aliou.
aussi.
Congratulations, and my encouragement as well, because this is a match we wanted to win and we didn't win. So do you have some regrets maybe? You scored twice and they equalized twice. No regrets? Well, of course we have regrets, but we must say that we didn't see a great Senegalese team tonight compared to the previous match against Poland. But despite that, despite the fact that it wasn't a great Senegalese team, we were leading the score twice during this match. What is annoying for me is the 2 goals that we conceded during the game. But as you know from the start, group matches are played over 3 days, so we are going to have to hope for the best to face Colombia.
My name is Otani. I'm a freelancer. I am going to be asking my question in Japanese. I will be asking my question in Japanese. So you were leading twice, and then you conceded your goals. And what is the impression of the Japanese play? How did they play?
C'est comme on l'avait prévu avec la même équipe.
They played as we had expected. They have a very technical team. They have very high passing quality. I think that we started the game very well. We were very close to them. We exerted a lot of pressure. We pushed them out of their comfort zone. They had a lot of technical errors, and we exploited that to score. Then they equalized. In the second half time, we came back with the same mentality, and every time we tried to push them back, every time we tried to have an impact, every time we tried to go forward, they went backwards. But they have such good technical quality that as soon as they have 5 meters of space, it becomes difficult. I think they played the right game, and we didn't see a great Senegalese team. I'm repeating that today. Abdullah Echam, I am from the newspaper Sud Quotidien in Senegal.
D'après plusieurs observateurs contre la Pologne.
According to different observers, you managed very well against Poland and you reached the result. This time not. How can you explain what has happened between the 2 games? Because you were so successful in the first match and you were not so successful this time. You said it yourself. Was the team lacking concentration? We would like some explanations. What happened in the 72 hours between the 2 Senegalese teams? Well, Abdullah, I can't really explain it. What I know is that at this level of competition, with the type of players that we have here, they are players who play at a world level. We conceded 2 goals that were avoidable. That is very clear. And we were not very good, frankly speaking. I think the best team on the pitch was the Japanese team. I'll have to admit it. But playing well on the pitch doesn't mean necessarily winning. So they played well, they played very well technically, they controlled the match, but we managed to open the score and to have the advantage again in the second half time. But we were not rigorous enough, we were not concentrated enough, and that doesn't pay.
My name is Goto. I am Japanese freelance, and Mane was the man of the match. But I don't think he was playing as fast as he could. Was it intentional, or was there any problem with his condition?
Non, je crois pas. C'est un garçon comme Sadio Mané, c'est sûr et certain pour nous, l'équipe nationale.
A player like Sadio Mané is, of course, a player that with a lot of expectations on our team. He is one of the players that is under the spotlights. So yes, of course, he can do better than what he is currently doing. But today I thought he played better than against Poland. I think he has to do better against Colombia, and we are going to see it. Hopefully, he will be feeling better in his shoes, as we say.
My
name is Tanabe. I'd like to ask you one question. You said Japan qualified, equalized twice, and then that was because of the technical quality. But Japanese players against a much bigger and a better, physical Senegalese players, they did very well. Japanese players are much smaller, still matched much bigger Senegalese players. And was that a surprise for you?
Non, c'est pas un problème. Je crois qu'aujourd'hui,
no, it's not really a problem. I think big and strong doesn't really mean much in football. If you look at the match today, you will see that when it comes to speed and shots at the front, the Japanese players were really very, very good. I didn't really see much physical differences between the two teams on this match. When it comes to commitment, it was 50-50. We made errors, they made errors. Both teams were committed. But as I said, I didn't necessarily see a difference on that particular aspect because the number 14 did have a lot of shots. Number 15 as well was able to shoot on target, and he was playing a lot on the ball, and he created a lot of problems for us. So I didn't really see the difference between Koulibaly and the Japanese number 15 when it comes to physical aptitude.
Bonsoir, my name is Igor.
Good evening. My name is
journalist from Brazil, Folha de São Paulo newspaper. I'd like to ask you a question on the next round. Will the possibility of communication between the bench and the assistants outside, we live in a time of real-time news, will impact the strategy of the team during the game? I mean, you can know exactly what you need to as a final score during the match.
Oui, on a quelqu'un qui s'occupe de la vidéo qui est en haut des tribunes.
Yes, we do have somebody who's at top of the stands and is looking at the videos and is in touch with my assistant on the bench. So yes, we know in real time exactly what is happening during the match, and before going back to the dressing rooms during the halftime, we know everything that's going on. So it's very interesting for us, very helpful.
Aliou, bonjour. Hervé Penaud de l'équipe.
Aliou, hello.
Je voulais savoir, le premier match, on avait vu un axe très très solide. On a senti un peu plus de fébrilité. Est-ce que tu as l'impression qu'ils ont besoin encore de travailler ensemble leur complémentarité?
Second match, they seemed a little bit more excited. Do you think there's a need for more complementarity? No, when you talk of Sané, when you talk of Koulibaly, they are great players. They don't really need to spend a lot of time to work and find this complementarity. I think that today, maybe they were less good, quite simply less good during this match, because facing us we had that number 15 that was really putting a lot of pressure on our defense. We had problems containing him during the whole match. And we'll have to carry on working on that, because when it comes to Koulibaly, we know his qualities, same thing for Sané. Great qualities again. So for this particular match, they didn't play as well, not at all. It happens, and we'll have to correct that very quickly.
Marc Chevalier, agence de presse Reuters. Vous avez plusieurs fois critiqué la performance de l'équipe.
Criticized several times the team's performance, but concretely, what can you improve for the next match, and what are you going to tell your players? Well, we need to improve the impact. We need to have more aggression on the ball, and as I was saying, at this level it goes very fast. We need to have more concentration, and we need to be more rigorous. Sometimes I thought we were going a little bit too fast during the first half. We were getting the ball, but then we were losing it. We have to be better, and over the game, when we try to progress, we have to be better as well. So we are going to work on those particular pillars. We managed to do that very well against Poland. I thought there was a lot of technical errors, too many.
Bonjour coach, Oumar Diarra, journaliste sénégalais.
Hello coach.
Vous avez
I am a journalist from Senegal. You have 2 or 3 days to prepare your team for the 3rd day in Samara, so you're going to have to travel, you're going to need some preparation in order to get a good result over there. Is everything going to be ready so that Senegal can hope to qualify for the second round? Well, we do hope to qualify. We didn't lose today. We didn't play a great game, but we didn't lose. In the group stages, there are 3 games. We won the first one, we drew the second one, and we didn't have a great Senegalese team playing. But we'll have to be concentrated. I believe in it. I have confidence. I think that our team does have the quality necessary to face Colombia. And Japan is going to play Poland. So that last day is going to be hard fought. We would have hoped to qualify as early as tonight. It didn't happen, so it's up to us to double our efforts and really get the right focus because the match is on in a couple of days, as you said.
Okay. So thank you. The next press conference to follow in a few minutes is the press conference of the head coach of Japan. Good luck, Coach Cisse, and thank you.
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's our pleasure to welcome next to us Akira Nishino, the coach of Team Japan, on behalf of this Japan-Senegal match number 32. Please raise your hand. As usual, English is channel number 1, Russian is channel number 2, Japanese number 3, and French is number 4. First question, please. Yes, please.
共同通信山室です。よろしくお願いします。
山室 from Kyoto.
この勝ち点1、どう評価されるかということとですね、ハーフタイム、1-1で迎えましたけども、どんな雰囲気でどんなことを選手に伝えたんでしょうか。
And what was the messages that you gave to
非常に
your
タフ
players?
なゲームは想定してました
It was a tough match, and we knew it was going to be tough.
まあそういう内容結果になってしまったと思っています。
and it ended up
2度追
very
いついた
tough.
というのは非常にこう粘り強く
We
戦
came
い
back
ましたし、
from
そう簡単
behind
に
twice,
勝てる相手、
and we knew Senegal was not
そういう中で先
somebody
制
that
を
we
受けた
could
とい
win
う中で、
easily,
その後
and
の
they
ゲーム展開が非常に
made
こ
the opening goal.
う落ち着いてというか
But after that, I think
入れた
the team was
ところ
calm,
が、ある程度自分たちのこう狙いとするところがリードされてから、
and even after we conceded a
組み
goal,
立てしかり中盤の構成しかり
we could
という中
construct
で、
the
取れた、
attack well.
それが、追いついた。で、
And that was the reason why we could equalize.
ドローにならなくても自分たちの時間を作れたというところで、非常に選
If we
手、
hadn't
こ
been
のリ
able
ズム、この
to
テン
make a
ポ、
draw, I think
この
we
戦い
could
方ってい
play
うところを
in our own rhythm. We
失
could
点をしてから
play
感じたと思います。で、
in
ハ
our
ーフタイムを
way.
迎える中で、
And when we came to the halftime,
選手たち非常にこう自信に満ちてました。
the players were full of confidence.
ボールもしっかり動かせる。その
They
上
were
でこうチャン
confident
ス
that
も
they could move the ball well,
取れているっていう中で、
and they were
非常
confident
に
they
ポ
could
ジティ
create
ブな、
chances and
で
opportunities.
さらにこういう改善、こうい
They
うも
were
らい
very
方、
positive,
こういうケアをする中で後半入
and
ってい
they
こう。
also suggested some
で自分自身はもう勝ちきれる、もう勝ちきらなきゃいけない。
And I
第一戦と
myself
同じような
thought
メッセージを、
we could go for a
具体
victory.
的にはそういうポジショニングを
And
しっかり
I
取
told
る
my
中で、
team that
グラウンダーの
the positioning was very
ボールの動
important.
きってい
We
うのを
had
増
to
やし
keep the shape,
ていけばまた、
and if we could
チャンスはめくってくるっていう中で、
pass low
この
balls,
ゲームに関しては
then we would probably have another opportunity. That's what I told
勝ち
my
切りたい
players.
後半を考えてました自分の中で。
Of course, in the
ただ2
second
度
half, we
追い
wanted
つい
to
た
win.
中で、
And
最後の宇佐
after
美
equalizing
か
twice,
あるいは抑えに、
I put in Usami,
そういう選手をこう投入するかっていうところもチョイスはあったんですけれども、
but
勝ち
there
に
was
行きたいという
another
中の選
option
択
to
を
put
選
in
びました。
another defender, but I
その
chose
上での
for
勝
the
ち点
attack.
1ということなので、こ
And
れ
we
は高
earned
く
this
評
1
価したい
point.
と思います。
Therefore,
本当にセネガ
I
ル、
evaluated
非常に
as
こ
a very good point.
うタフなチームで、
Senegal is a very tough
結
team,
果に関しては、次につながる内容、結果と受け
and
止
this
め
result,
なければ
I
いけないな
hope,
と思います。
will lead to a success in the next match.
Yes, please.
TBS の竹内涼真です。先日西野監督
Takeuchi
はセ
from
ネガルに勝ち
TBS.
に行くとおっ
The
しゃっ
other
てま
day,
した。そ
you
の
said
中
you
で
were going to win
2点
against
リードを許しながら
Senegal,
も
and then
2度セネガルに追いつい
after
て
conceding
その中で90分の中で
goal,
3枚の
but you
交代のカードを
equalized
切ったと思い
twice,
ます。本田選手、
and
岡
you
崎選手、
substituted
宇佐美
three
選手が
times.
その交代のタイミング
Honda,
に
Okazaki, and Usami
どうピッチに送り出す
were
前
put
に
in.
どういうメッセージをその選手に送ったの
So
か、
what
どういう意
were
味
the
で
messages
あのタイ
you
ミングで
conveyed
交
to
代枠を
them?
使ったのか、
And then
あれば
why
お聞
did
かせ
you
ください。
use the substitute at that timing?
3人ともオフェンシブな選手であるっていう
Three
こと
of
は間違い
them,
ないですし、
all
あ
of
と
them
はタイミン
are
グの問題
offensive or
で、
attackers. And of course, and there were options for me to choose the timing.
自分の中ではベストな切り方、
And I believe I used the substitutions
結果は
very
論
well.
なんですけれども、
Timing-wise
3人ともそういう
And looking back,
オフェンシブな得点を取りに行く。
because all three of them
で、
are
圭
attackers,
介に関しては
they're
ポジションをセンターからワイ
point
ドに移した。
and Honda was moved from
そういう中での
center to the
多
wide
様性もしっかり出してくれ
or side.
て、圭介がああいう
And he was very versatile
先ほど言いましたけども、宇
in
佐美に関して
adapting
は時
to
間
that
で
position. And in terms of
ま
Usami,
た違うカードも考えてました。ただ、
like I
やはり
said, I
勝ち
was
切り
thinking about something else, but
たい。
we
追いつい
really wanted
て
to
引き
win.
離したいっていうのわずかな
We
時間
wanted
で
to
ワンチャン
equalize
ス
and also
高橋に
make a lead,
ある。
even though there was
ありました。
only a short period of time left.
その最後勝ち切りたい思いであいつを出しました。
So that was the reason why we wanted to attack, and that is the reason why we chose, or I chose Usami. The starting lineup played very well, and the rhythm was good, and even into the middle of the second half, they were playing well. So I wanted to send attackers into the pitch, and that is the reason why I chose those three.
西野監督、お願いいたします。
I'd like to ask a question.
フリーの増島です。よろしくお願いいたします。
増島、I'm a freelancer.
これで監督が昨日おっしゃられていた、勝ちきらないと、3試合目が敗者復活のようになってしまうんだということをおっしゃっていたんですが、これで次の試合に向けて、どういうふうなお考えでいらっしゃるか、抜けるということに対しての
So toward the third match and then making it to the round of 16, how do you feel?
グループステージを2つで抜けるなんていう。
Well,
これは非常にこう
to secure passage to the round of 16 after the two matches was the highest of my goal. Therefore, the first match, of course, we won it. And after the victory,
ポイント3に執着して戦う。これは3戦を残さない中でやれるチャンスでありますし。
toward the second match.
そういう中で今日取れましたし、本当に最後まで勝ち切って6ポイントにして後待ちたいという状況。
Of course, we would have wanted to
それはやはり
another 3 points and secure the passage to
叶いませんでしたけれども、
knockout stage.
これは敗者復活ではなく3試合目に間違いなく有効な結果。
I think the
チーム
result
にもたらす
that we've had
今の状況を勝
is
ち切れ
going
る
to
ということをもたらしたゲ
have a very
ー
positive
ムと考
impact
えたい
on
で
the
す
third
し、
match.
敗者復活のゲームという感じではなく、
So, toward the third
しっかりト
match,
ップで
we do not see it as a consolation
通
match,
過でき
but
る状
we
況がま
are
だ
still
あるというゲームと考えたい
going for the top
と思っています。
of the group.
フリーランスの田辺です。すみません。
田辺、I'm a freelancer.
先ほ
I'd
ど
like
監
to
督
ask you two
は
questions.
1点目で非常なポジティブな
you said-
収穫があったもらい方、ケアの仕方っていうお話あったんですけども、
Well,
今日の試合で
you
す
were
と
talking about the
体格
first
で上回る
goal.
相手に対しても日本の選手、例えば大迫選手はしっかりそ
But,
の
of course,
起点を作って
even
ポ
if
ストプ
the
レーからチャンスを
physicality
作っていくと。で
was
セカンド
not
チャ
a
ンス、セカンドボー
match,
ルも
but
しっかりケアをしていくと。
Osako
そういう
did
その
very
体格で上
well
回る
in
相手に対し
making
ても
opportunities
そ
and
の
then
ちゃんとビルドアッ
took
プと
care
か
of
チャン
the
スメイク
second
の
ball
形を
very
作れてい
well.
ったっていう意味では
So we
非
could
常に
build
得
up
るものが大きいんじゃないかと思い
points
ます。
and
でま
also
たそ
create
の攻撃的な姿勢
opportunities.
含
So
め
there was
て
a lot
そ
to
の
be
西野監
gained
督
from
が
this
その追求
match.
されてきたこの日本のスタイルの
So
手
this
がかり
Japanese
が
style that
非常に
you have
具体的
been
に見えてきたという意
pursuing.
味で非常に収
Do
穫
you
が大き
think
かったんじゃない
you've
かと思ってるんですけども、それに
consolidated
いかがお考
it?
えでいらっしゃいますでしょうか。
Do you see this Senegal match was a big kind of turning point for you?
まさにその通りだと
I do agree.
思います。
Yes, you summarized it very well.
やはりスピードパワー
The speed,
キックオフ
the power.
ボールが半回転した時点で感じました。彼らのフィジカル
Well,
の
I could feel that
その
from the
強さ、
first
速さというものは感じ
how
ましたし、
fast they are, how
これを
big
まと
they
もに
are,
受
how
け
powerful
て
they
は
are.
開始10分ぐらいはかなり長友でさえもこうなかなかこう
counteract
捕まえられない
that was very difficult.
兵としても
Even
振り切られてしまうよ
could
うな
not
このうちの左サイドですらこういう形であればいろんなあるところで
even on the
そういう
left
スピードに
hand side of Japan.
負け
So
てしまう
in the rest of the
局面っていう
pitch,
のが出るんではないか。
there was no chance
ただ
that
そ
we
の
were
後修
going
正
to
が
keep
で
up
き
with the
て
pace of the
非常
Senegalese.
にこう
But
窮屈な
afterward,
まあ
we
確か
corrected
にこ
ourselves.
うやられるんですけれどもそこを粘って体を寄
Of
せてい
course,
くとか
they might
完全に
attack,
そういう
but
彼らの
then
フィジカルの
we
強さっていう
press
のを
them
出さな
well.
い。
So
しばらく
we
額にしても
didn't let them play their way, and then we didn't let them capitalize on their physicality. Even if the angle was not quite good, but we could press them well, and they were getting used to it. For example, the distance and also to capture the ball on the second chance. So even after being led or conceding a goal, but contact, the ball speed, our players were getting used to those aspects. And I had a feeling that things were going to be better. And we did actually equalize. So we did think of a good countermeasure against physicality of Senegalese, and I think the players know how to deal with these kind of players. And especially toward the end, Japanese players were running better and maybe playing the ball better. Therefore, we really wanted to win.
We take the last two questions, please. Before going any further, please do and address some questions that are a bit shorter, please. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
フリーランス大隅です。
大隅、フリーランサー。
1失点目なんですが、ミスがちょっと重なったように感じたんですが、特にゴールキーパーの不安定さが2試合感じられるんですが、監督としてはどのようにお考えでしょうか。
How do you feel about that as a coach?
今もここに来る前に、
well, before coming over
その
here,
局面の話をずっとしてたぐらい。
I was actually talking about this aspect to my team.
難しい対応ではなかったと思いますし。
I don't think it was
それ
anything
をああいう
difficult,
判断をした。
but he made that
非常に残念ではあります。
decision.
ただその後のリカバーというのはやは
However,
りエイジ
he recovered
だ
well,
し、
and
修正
it
をし
was
て、
very much Kawashima-like.
も
He corrected
作りました
himself,
し、
and he made a very good save.
間違いなく彼も悔やんでいると思いますし。
I'm sure he's regretting that decision after conceding that
連
goal.
続してっていうところもあるんですけれども、トータル的に考えればというところです。ただもっとやはりしっかり分析しないといけないと思いますね。
To analyze the situation better.
Mark
Last question, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mark Trevelyan from Reuters. Coach, yesterday you talked about your plan to neutralize Sadio Mane. How successful do you think that was?
昨日も彼を抑えるということももちろん大事なんですけれども、
Of course,
それ
it
に
is
関して
very
は、
important to neutralize
酒井
Sadio
宏
Mane,
樹が、
but for that,
ある程度
Sakai Hiroki or Hiroki
抑えて
Sakai
彼のトップパフォーマンスと
did a
いう
pretty
もの
good
は引き
job
出さなかったと感じています。
in
ただ彼によって周りの選
neutralizing
手た
him
ちの
and
躍動感というのがやは
dulling
り
his threat.
出てくる、そこを警戒をしていた
What
の
we
で。
are more concerned about or worried about was
そういう意
him
味では
giving a positive impact on other players,
前半の序盤はやは
especially in
り
the first half.
少し自由に彼を中心に動かせてしまったかなっていう感じ
We
です。
let him and the
彼
others
に対して
play
の対応
freely
は悪くはなかったと
a bit too much. But as a countermeasure against Sadio Mane, I think we did pretty well.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks a lot. Best of luck for the last game of this group stage. And thanks again for tonight.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you.